Let's recall our lesson last time about finding the rate. And to find for the rate, the formula that we are going to follow using this triangle, we'll be able to derive the formula that rate is equals to the percentage divided by base. Now let's have a new lesson and let's read the story for today. There are 16 boys in the class of Mrs. Santos, which is 40% of the total number of her advisory class. How many students are there in her class? Let's identify the following in the given problem: the percentage, the base, and the rate. Now for our percentage, again, let's go back to the problem. There are 16 boys in the class, and that is 40% of the total number of her advisory class. So from the word here, 16 are boys. Therefore, this is just only a part of it since there are still girls. And this is 40% of the total number. Therefore, our missing here is the base because the question is how many students are in her class. It is not mentioned how many students are there. So our percentage is 16 boys, and for our base, that's the missing, and our rate is 40%. Now the question would be 40% of what number is 16? So we are looking for the base. Now to find for the base, let's recall first what is base. Base is the number on which the percentage is computed, and it represents the whole, the total number from which a percent is taken. Now, with this triangle, we'll be able to find a formula for the base, which is base is equals to P divided by the rate. So, percentage divided by the rate. Let's answer the story problem. Using the formula, we have base is equals to percentage divided by the rate. For our percentage, we have 16, that's for the boys, and that is 40% of the total number. So this 16 is the 40%. Now again, for the rate, we need to change first to a decimal number because we cannot divide if it's in a percent. So we have 40%, where all you have to do is to omit the percent symbol. So this is a percent, you remove it, then move the decimal places from the decimal point here at the end, move two decimal places to the left, 1, 2. Now our decimal number is 0.40 or 0.4. Okay, so it's still equal. And then we divide 16 divided by 0.4. Now in dividing the rate or dividing a number which is the divisor is a decimal number, you have to make this into a whole number by moving this 0.4 to the right, okay, one place. So this is now the whole number. And the 16, since you are also moving in the divisor, you have to move one place to the right also in the dividend. So where's the decimal point of the 16? It's at the end here. Then move one place because you move one decimal place here. So it becomes 160. Now you divide 160 divided by 4. This is 4, 16. There's 0. Bring down. You divide again. 0. Okay. Therefore, the base, the answer is 40. So this is now the answer. So how many students are in her class? There are 40 students in her class. Okay, so that is the answer. More examples. Okay. Find the base in the given problem. We have 6% of what amount is 27 pesos. So, as you can see here, our rate is 6% and our percentage is 27 because this is 6% of that number and we don't know that number yet, so our missing is the base. And for the base, our formula again is P over R. So we got this from our triangle here. If the base is missing, we can just remove the base. This is the missing, and then you divide P divided by the R. Okay, so for our percentage, we have 27, and for our rate is 60%, 6%. So what are you going to do? Remove the percent symbol. So it is now 6. Move 2 places to the left from at the end of the number 1, 2. So our decimal now, our decimal number, our rate is 0.06. Now it's time for us to divide 27 divided by 0.06, and in making this whole number, we move 2 decimal places to the right, so this will become 6. And then we add 2 more zeros also in 27, 1, 2. Right? Since we move 2 places here, we also move 2 places to the right. So we have 2,700. We divide, so this is 4, this is 24, this is 30, this is 5, 30, by 0, but there is still another 0 here that we need to divide. 0, okay, 0. Therefore, our base is 450. So, and 6% of 450 pesos is 27. Next, 12% of what number is 15? So still the missing is the base. We have P over R, percentage is 15, and our rate is 12%. So when you change that into a decimal number, it becomes 0.12, right? Because we're going to remove the percent symbol and move the decimal point 2 places to the left, so it becomes 0.12. But remember that we cannot divide 0.12, so we need to move it again. So to make it in a short way, you just have to write 12 here. 15, this is 0.12. Okay, and then you divide here 12, but make sure since you are moving 2 decimal places to the right again, you just need to add 2 zeros here. So we have 15 divided 12 is 1, 12, they have 3, 30, and that is 2, 24, this is 6, 60 divided 12, okay, that is 5, we have 60. Okay, so no more remainder. The answer is 12% of 125 is 15. So again, what did I do? The 12%, I move it into 2 decimal places to the left and make it 0.12. Then I move it going back to the right since I cannot divide 0.12 to 15 directly. So I need to move to the right, but make sure that you add also 2 zeros here after the 15. Next example, we have 18.5 is 80% of what number? Okay, so as you can see, our missing here is the base. Since this 18.5 is 80% of that certain number that we don't know, and that is the base. And that's what we're looking to find. We have percentage divided by the rate. So the percentage is 18.5 divided by the rate. If you're going to move it 2 places to the right, to the left, we have 1, 2, it becomes 0.8. Okay, then we divide 18.5 divided by 0.8, move 1 place to the right to make it a whole number, and since you move here in the divisor, you also move in the dividend. So our dividend now is 185, and then our divisor is 8. So we divide, this is 2, 16, 25, this is 3, 24, and then 1, add 0 since there is still remainder, and then bring down 0, add the decimal point on top of the decimal point here of the dividend. This is 1, 8, 2, add another 0 again until there will be no remainder. So we have 20, this is 2, okay, and then this is 16. There is still a remainder, so you add another 0, bring down 0, divide 40 divided by 8, that is 5. So this is 40, no more remainder. Therefore, our answer here is 18.5 is 80% of 23.125. So that is our base. Next, 2% of what number is 11.5? So, using the formula P over R, we have 11.5 divided by, you remove this, then move the decimal place 2 places to the left, 1, 2. Since this is empty, add 0. So our rate is 0.02. Then when we divide 11.5 divided by 0.02, move 2 places to make it a whole number. This will become 2. Since you move 2 places, you also move 1, 2 here. Our decimal point is already at the end of 0. Here, you divide. We have 5. This is 10, 15. This is 7, 14, 105. Okay. There is no remainder, so our answer for our base is 575. Next, 1% of what number is 90.5? Still the same, the base is missing. P divided by the R. Our percentage is 90.5 divided by, that is, move 1, 2, it's empty, add 0 here, so we have 0.01. Then when you divide, remember when you divide, if the divisor is 0.01, all you have to do, okay, is to move. Okay, if you are going to divide manually, you just have to move 1, 2. This one 1, 2. Then our dividend is 9,050 divided to 1. Our answer is still 9,050. And to recall our lesson about dividing decimals, when you divide 0.01, 0.1, is you just have to move the decimal point of the dividend to the right, depending on the number of decimal places of the divisor. So since we have two decimal places here, it's 0.01, 1, 2, we also have to move 1, 2. So our answer is 9,050 for our base. Okay, so again, for our base, all you have to do, our formula that we're going to use is the P percentage divided by the rate. And when you say base, it's the total number or the total value